Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Poole Town down in the Conference South. We are midway through December now. Since the last episode there have been a total of 3 games played, and they've not been that bad results really. First up was a league game against Chelmsford away, which ended in a 3-1 victory. We ended up going 3-0 up with goals from Richard Gillespie. Then Nathan Turner gets himself a brace on the 58th minute and 67th minute. Chelmsford did pull one back late on with Lee Barnard after 71, but we held on for a decent away victory. Then an FA Trophy third qualifying round game against little old Winchester City, who are just down the road from Poole Town. It ended in a 1-0 victory thanks to Nathan Turner, but we were appalling. Winchester are not a particularly great side. We were much better than them, we just could not score. We didn't play very well. Then finally back in the league, a 2-1 defeat against Welling, and this was all down to the fact that Matty Collins got himself sent off after 21 minutes. We opened the scoring after 17 minutes through Nathan Turner. Then Collins gets himself sent off. Then in the second half is where Welling decided to turn up. And Flo Bojaj and Sam Osborne were the goals. Osborne's goal, by the way, 92nd minute winner. I wasn't too happy with it. This episode, we're going to have 2 games. First game up is St Albans in the Vanarama South. And then we're going to be playing Sutton in the FA Trophy first round. That's really difficult to say for some. FA Trophy, it's that one. In the first round, they are a conference side. We are a conference south side. So, we might get knocked out with that one. Another bit of news, I've mutually terminated a couple of players' contracts. Luke Burbridge is one of them, and Sean Cooper is the other one. Basically, I'm like £1,000 over my wage budget. These 2 players, well, 2 of 5 who were unhappy, they accepted mutual termination. There are now, however, Nick Hutchins, Steve Devlin, and Carl Pettifer, who are unhappy because I tried to release them. They're just going to have to get over it. I've just realised that St Albans are currently sat second place in the table, and they are on a run of form of 5 victories in a row. This is a very, very difficult game. The starting lineup then for St Albans versus Poole Town in the Vanarama National League South is as follows. In goal, Will Britt, back 4 of Connor Gudger, Joe Cook, Jamie Wiskin and Osai Sankofa. Midfield quartet of Matthew Neal on the left, Abdullah Belbaghi on the right, Bangura and Corby Moore is playing as a central midfielder today. 2 strikers of Nathan Turner and Richard Gillespie. And Nathan Turner, I found out, is going back to Ross County in January. This could be a problem for me. Looking at the St Albans side, there aren't too many players there that I recognise. Have I already played these on camera? I don't remember that. Have I? I might have done. Assistant can do some talking. It wasn't the best, but it was better than I'll do. Now, we are comfortably sat mid-table now. We're actually 10th, so we're a little bit higher than mid-table. We're not far away. That was awfully close from actually qualifying for the playoffs. So, I guess that kind of has to be my target for this season now. First proper highlight of the game, and it's starting with a St Albans throw-on. Long ball over the top to Nathan Pinney. Pinney's got Merson in front, and Will Britt makes a wonderful save. It was really fast, though. Not sure how he did that. Corner for St Albans. Noble to take. Sambo's there. Sambo's a player I actually looked at earlier on in the season, but he does not want to join me. St Albans are now... they've lost the ball. Corby Moore with a tackle. Long ball up there to absolutely nobody. Hurd is going to get it under control, and he's played it out to Rogers, the right back. St Albans are passing it around lovely here, but they're not really going anywhere. Merson with the ball. Pinney is unmarked. He has to score. He does score, and this isn't good. Another highlight then. 35 minutes on the clock. Belbaghi gets the ball. Corby Moore in the middle. Over the top to absolutely no one. Why does Corby Moore love to try and do these one-touch passes to absolutely nobody? Noble gets the ball now for St Albans. Plays it out to Muriel Williamson. Brings it inside. Pinney the goal scorer. Across to Muriel Williamson again. I'm just going to call him Williamson. It's easier. Out to Collins Alonso. Crossed it in. Will Britt makes a weird save. Nathan Pinney's going to get it clear. Nathan Pinney's not going to get it clear. That's not how he plays. Free kick to St Albans, edge of the area, just over the bar. And that brings us to half-time. It's 1-0 to St Albans. We've not been very good. Apparently, Corby Moore has been our best player. What I've seen of him, he's been rubbish. Assistant's done a good job of that. Well done. Joe Cook is making a lot of mistakes, so we'll bring on... I didn't put any centre-backs on the bench. Well, Joe Cook, you're going to have to stay there, and we're going to drop to counter. Apparently, Cook has made 4 mistakes so far this game, so that's why I wanted to bring him off. But I'm stupid and didn't put any sub-defenders on the bench. Highlight after 55 minutes. Gillespie's been tackled and looks like St Albans are now going to come forward with the ball. Noble into Monlouis. Merson across to Pinney. Pinney's been a bit of a pain for us. Noble in the middle again. Sai Sankofa just smashes it up the pitch. Gillespie heads it down. Turner on the ball, who, as I said earlier, is heading back to Ross County in January, unless we can extend that loan. More out to Neil, possibly. It was not a very good pass. So far, Corby Moore has been absolutely horrendous. Collins Alonso gets tackled by Sankofa, plays it back to Wiskin, all the way back to Will Britt in goal. So far, we've had no highlight in this highlight. Britt, long ball up there. Sambu gets it back. Merson's going to be one-on-one with the keeper and he can't miss. He hasn't missed. It's 2-0 and this is an embarrassment. We're just having one of those games where we can't defend. Wiskin and Cook both on a 6.3. Bangura, who's our defensive midfielder, 6.4. This is our problem. Right, I'm trying something. Corby Moore's dropped back into left back. Lane is coming on for Gudger, who's going to play as the deep line playmaker. The match is going on behind me. Let's ignore that. Wiskin needs to stay on because I haven't got any other options. We're going to go attacking because we're 2-0 down. We may as well try something. I don't think it's going to make any difference because we're in injury time already. Sankofa with a throw on. We're half a minute into injury time. It's full time. What is the goalkeeper doing? That was a really weird walk. And it's a defeat. And if I'm honest, we probably deserved it, despite the fact it looked fairly even. Assistant, despite the result, I'm pleased with your performance. I mean, you're pleased with a 6.3. Somehow, Joe Cook ended on a 6.8 in the end. Well, that result puts us now down into 12th place, which, in a league of 22, we are bang smack in the middle of the table. Well, if we were 11th, we would be. Oh, hold on. Abdoulaye Belbaghi, earlier today, the player wants to talk about moving to a bigger club. Oh, well, your contract's up at the end of the season because absolutely everyone in the team's contract is up at the end of the season. So, what do I do? What do I do here? I think I need to be honest with him, so I'm going to say, I can see where you're coming from, and deep down, I probably knew we wouldn't be able to keep you much longer. I'll try and find a new club for you. Let's try and keep him happy. I've loved my time here, even though when I joined, you weren't my best friend. I am, however, going to make sure that some of this £9,000 that he's worth, I get some of that. I'm not just going to sell you. I want to be getting some money in return for you. Once again, it's time for some cup competition. This time, the FA Trophy against Sutton, who are in inconsistent form. We're in decent form, despite the fact we've lost our last 2 games quite badly. The starting lineup then that we're going to go for Sutton versus Poole Town at Gander Green Lane in the FA Trophy is as follows. In goal, Will Britt. Back 4 of Corby Moore, Joe Cook. Will Spetch is getting a start as a centre-back and Osai Sankofa on the right-hand side. Midfield quartet of Neil and Belbaghi on the wings, Bangura and Collins in the middle. Strike force today of Nathan Turner and DeJuan Taylor-Crossdale is going to start up front. The only reason why I want to do good in this competition is because of money. Basically, you get a fair amount of money for doing well in the FA Trophy. I got about £6,000 for just qualifying for the first round, which is more money than I got for qualifying for the first round of the FA Cup. Assistant, do some talking. Well done, my friend. I don't like the way we only have 5 subs. I mean, we've got this whole subs bench. Look at the size of it. And there's 5 people sat on it. I've decided to play Taylor Crossdale up front today because I've bought him. He's an alright player, but he just doesn't get the chance. So I thought now there's no better time than now anyway. Lafayette with an effort. It's cleared by Neil, and that's the end of the highlight. So far, this has been a riveting game of nothing happening. 30 minutes played. A total of one highlight, which wasn't really a highlight. Corby Moore's got a throw on, though. Neil with the ball. Collins. Turner gets it. He's facing away. Belbaghi. He's had an effort. It's saved. It's a corner. It's not a corner. It's a goal kick. Another highlight. Hanley to take the throw on. Walton. Coombs to Taylor. Sutton are bringing the ball forward. Right. Oh, my word, Bangura. That was a questionable tackle. Davis. Through ball to Coombs. That was a great ball. Britt makes a save. I don't think he needed to. It was going well wide. Corner for Sutton. Hanley to take. Hanley's corner is right to the back to Beckwith. Cook gets there first, and no one really closes it down. Right for Sutton. All the way back to their centre-backs. They're probably not centre-backs. They're probably full-backs. Taylor. Coombs once again. Been tackled by Bangura. And Belbaghi now. Can he start an attack? He can't, because we just end the highlight. And that is half-time. 0-0. Let's find the other match. So we will play the winner of Soham versus Alfreton. Alfreton are currently winning 1-0 thanks to Lewis Collins. I suspect Alfreton probably will win. Assistant can do that. Okay, you've just said you're very happy with everyone's performance. Did you say it to Taylor Crossdale? You didn't. Good, because he's playing awful. So awful, he's getting subbed. Gillespie's coming on. The goal-scoring hero, Richard Gillespie. Moore with the throw-on. First highlight of the second half. Neil to Collins. Collins in the area. Belbaghi's facing away from goal. Doesn't matter. He's turned and he's put it into the back of the net, and we're 1-0 up against Conference National side Sutton. This gives me hope that if we can somehow get promoted either this season or next season, that we will be somewhat competitive against these teams. Another highlight almost straight away after the goal. Bangura's going to get it clear though. It's coming straight back. Lafayette has been tackled by Corby Moore. Moore with a long ball towards Richard Gillespie, who despite his age is faster than Beckwith apparently. He's a one-on-one with the keeper and he's hit it well over the bar. Goal kick for Sutton. Headed down by Sankofa. Belbaghi's now got the ball. Back to Sankofa. Over the top to Turner. Turner doesn't quite get it to Gillespie and it's cleared. Right with the ball for Sutton. Two Poole Town players there and he gets past them both. Lafayette. Taylor. Right. Right is bringing it inside. He's had a go from range and it's gone well wide. Throw on again. Hanley takes the throw. Taylor. Right gets the ball on the left-hand side, which is a little bit confusing for my brain. Will Spetch back to Will Britt, and that is questionable. Britt's long ball up to Neil doesn't quite get there. Hunt Christie, or was it Hunter Christie? Trying to take on Corby Moore. He does so, rights are there, and what? Will Britt, why did Will Britt need to save that? It was going wide. Davis's corner. Taylor's there. It's cleared off the line by Belbaghi, only as far as the corner taker, Davis. It's gone all the way through, and Dank was going to get there. Taylor, Hanley. Hanley, is he going to cross it in? He is. It's gone off the pitch. It's a goal kick. Let's try and calm this down a little bit, please. Or we'll have another highlight straight away. Goal kick from Britt all the way up to Belbaghi. Doesn't get there. Bangura intercepts the pass. Belbaghi again. To Sankofa. Sankofa over the top. No one's... Every time we try that ball at the moment, we're not actually putting it into enough space for someone to run onto. They're passing it around. Okay, they're not passing it around. They've got the ball back, though. Hunter Christie. Over the top, Corby Moore's going to get there and pass it back to the goalkeeper. He's not. He's gone long up the pitch. He's come straight back at us. I'm tempted to go defensive or contain, because so far there's a lot that's going on. Gillespie's run onto that ball, though, and Gillespie has made it 2-0. That entire highlight was Sutton. Sutton, going to attack us, going to score a goal, and then we just go, nah, we'll counter now. Another highlight straight away. What is happening here? Hanley with the ball. Taylor into Davis. Over the top. Dank was not going to get there. Sankofa is. Long ball up the pitch to Turner. That is lovely control, Turner. Belbaghi gets it. Collins to Turner again. Collins over for Gillespie, and Gillespie's not going to get there. It's cleared by Wallace. Neil keeps it in play. Collins again. When we get the ball, sometimes we pass it round absolutely majestically, and sometimes we're appalling. Turner's 1-on-1 with the keeper. It's 3-0, and somehow we've beaten a Conference National side away from home 3-0, which is the second time that we've beaten a Conference National side this season. I know it can be seen as negative football, we're going to go defensive, because I don't want to see any more highlights. Bangura's also coming off for Wiltshire. That'll do, and let's just see this game out. Or we'll have a highlight almost instantly. Goal kick from Sutton. Sankofa's headed it back. Davis gets the ball. Dankwa, Taylor, into Wright, who's now playing more central than what he was earlier. It's a good tackle by Neil. Somewhat elaborate. Didn't need to do it, but Will Britt's got it. He's taken his time. He's dropped the ball again. Smashed it all the way up to Neil, who did the tackle. Header to Gillespie. Gillespie's been tackled by Walton, but Collins is going to get there. Belbaghi, who's also got an assist to his name today, crosses it in, and the keeper had to make a save, and we've won a corner. Belbaghi to take the corner, which this could be one of the last times we actually get to see Belbaghi on a video. It's cleared only as far as Collins. Collins plays it straight back in, and that was awful. Why did you even bother trying? 5 minutes to go, and I'm going to bring on Maloney. And I don't know what I'm going to do with him. Maloney, you'll be fine there. Play as a defensive forward on support. That'll do, and then we'll go contain. Corner for Poole Town. Cook's there. Spence gets it clear. Gillespie gets it back. And oh my word, Richard Gillespie, what a goal that is. 92 minutes on the clock, and we've made it 4-0. We scored this goal whilst playing on contain as well. Gillespie gets it. Couple of touches of control, straight in the top corner, and he is a player we are going to miss when he inevitably retires at the end of the season. Sankofa to take the throw on. This is going to be it. It is the end of the game. 4-0 victory against Sutton. Assistant, do the business. Good lad. And because of that, we've gone and got ourselves £6,000 for winning against Sutton, and we've drawn Alfreton, who, how well did they do in their last game? They ended up winning it 2-1 in the end. They were 1-0 up. Then they equalised. James Maduako. And then Craig Disley with a penalty in the 77th. So, we're going to have Alfreton in the next round. Do we want extra time? Yes, I'd rather have extra time than a replay. So, today we've had two very, very different results. A 2-0 defeat against St Albans, where we weren't the best side at all. And then an absolute spanking of Sutton in the FA Trophy, where we won 4-0. Maybe they played a weaker side, I don't know. Next episode, I think we're going to have a league double, and that's probably going to be Gloucester and East Thurrock in January. And then we might have the Alfreton game. I don't know whether I really want to show you any more cup games, because I'm fully aware that the last, 5 episodes have been league game and a cup game. And I know that the league is kind of, that's our bread and butter, that's where the money is. I will leave you then on this page where you can see sat 12th place in the table, 20 games played. We're almost halfway through. And next time you see me, it'll be the new year. It'll be after Christmas. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2018 with the Dolphins. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. And I will see you next time.